That's some good coffee. And oh my god, do I need it right now. How's it going, everybody? Sorry about the slight lateness. One, I slept in. I didn't wake up till about 10 o'clock, so I am legitimately late. I planned to start at 10:30. And then I noticed I had to like reshore up my table. My table is slowly. I don't know if you watched the stream 2 or 3 weeks ago, but the desk that I do all my work at, it's like slowly collapsing. It broke in the middle of the stream, and then I propped it up by like putting a thing underneath it. And now like other places are finally starting to break. So I highly support all your super chats and donations and everything else, and your Twitch subs and all of it. Oof. Because I'm probably gonna have to buy a new desk before I move out of this house. Oof. So how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Weekly Sip. The Weekly Sip is my community show, for those of you who don't know, where I do some news, but I also talk about some other things as well. I'll do community events. I'll talk with the chat. We'll have fun. Oh, and today's big special community event is package opening. The audio's fucked up. How's the audio fucked up? What do you mean? It shouldn't be doubled. I have the desktop muted and everything. Just get a new one on Kijiji. I would, but I have no money. Here, let me see. Let me open the sound settings. Maybe something's going on. Did I miss something? Oh! Hold on. I think I see what's going on. It sounds fine for you? Is the audio okay? Audio is fine. It's just his voice. Oh, thanks. Package opening occurs whenever I get at least 5 packages. That's the plan. That's how it goes. So how's everyone doing today? I should probably tell you a few things. Hello, Dev. Goodbye, Dev. I'm off to do Chemical Warfare training. Jesus. All right. So, a few things. Dave got sick early in the week. So he bailed on a stream. And I was like, all right, fine. So Naomi and I sat down that night and watched Santa. We're talking about the Game Boomers gaming channel, the side channel. Make sure that you fucking watch it. All right? Actually, I should probably put that in the chat. But anyway, what happened was Dave got sick. He was like, I can't do the stream today, dude. And I was like, fine. And I needed time to watch Santa Inc. anyway. All right? So I was like, Naomi, you want to watch Santa Inc. with me? And Dave like tried to watch some of it and he went to bed. Here. Follow these channels. There, I'll pin that. Everyone follow those guys. So, Dave, because Dave is like a fucking... Dave has no immune system to speak of, so he got sick. And then, so we decided to spend the night just relaxing, and Dave was having some soup, I think, and we were watching, Dave, who's that? He's my sidekick. He works on the channel with me. But Dave bowed out after about 2 episodes in, but Naomi and I watched the whole thing of Santa Inc. because I wanted to do a Santa Inc. video. And I was like, all right. YouTube doesn't notify me when Game Boomers goes live. I need to keep an eye out for your streams. Well, you can always follow on Twitch, and you can always check out the Discord. All right? Because I post them there all the time. So, Dave gets sick. He watches like 2 episodes. He's like, this show is fucking terrible. I'm going to bed. He goes to bed. We watch the whole thing. And I'm like, I got to do a video on this shit. All right? Because, oh my God, Santa Inc. was terrible, guys. I don't know if you fucking know this. I don't know if you watched my video on it. I did a video on, I think, Santa Inc. 2 days ago. And then last night, I put out a video on Rotten Tomatoes. The Rotten Tomatoes video was actually meant to be a video for Monday. And I accidentally published it. And he was like, I thought you were making that for Monday and you were doing something else. And I was like, yeah, I hit the wrong button. So you guys got an extra video. Enjoy. Yeah, but I watched the Santa Inc. I think it was Tuesday night or something. We did our Wednesday stream. We did our Thursday stream on Game Boomers. It was Zelda Skyward Sword, and then the Game Awards, and then Friday, I got sick because even though my immune system is pretty good, Dave fucking gets sick constantly, and then just super spreads it around the house. My fucking god. Anything about Santa Inc? Brick Muppet, thanks for the $2. You can check out my video on it, but it was a pretty bad show. It's not as bad as everyone says it is, but it's not much better than everyone says it is. It had some okay moments, but nothing was truly good, and a lot of it was truly bad. It wasn't 0 to 10 though. Thanks, Eating Disorder, for that $2. Why though? On the elf question, Jesus. Do you know about the Totally Not Mark situation that happened this week with Toei Animation? No, I don't. What's Totally Not Mark? I don't know what that is. Sounds like Dave needs to be quarantined to his room when he's sick. Yeah, maybe. But anyway, I realized that there's only 2 weeks till Christmas. Holy fuck, it's only 2 weeks till Christmas. I haven't done any Christmas shopping. I completely lost track of time. I thought it was still like December 2nd or something. Like, oh shit, I'm fucked. And not only am I fucked for Christmas shopping, I'm fucked for doing my Christmas streams on Game Boomers. We plan to play some Christmas games. We haven't started them yet. Oh shit. I might do a bonus Game Boomer stream tonight to start the Christmas streams early. Maybe if I can rig up the Christmas tree for the stream quick enough. Generic for $2, thank you. Make Dave wear a hazmat suit in the house. Yeah, I probably should. Random internet user says, have you read the Cowboy Bebop live action writer meltdown on Twitter? No, I haven't. DM that shit to me. I want to see it. DM it to me on the Discord or DM it to my mods, you know. My mods can send it to me. Or DM it to Dave or Naomi in Discord. I'm fucked. I've got nothing yet. Well, I bought a bunch of things last night for people. That's why I don't have any money to buy a table for myself, because I bought Christmas gifts. I'll quickly reveal what I got, since we're not gift opening on the stream this year. Dave, I bought Dave a Strong Bad plush because he loves Homestar Runner. I got Dom a copy of Mario Golf. What did I get Naomi? Oh yeah, I got Naomi a bunch of Stardew Valley stuff because she loves Stardew Valley. I guess you don't really care about when I got my parents. Correct, Dev, put the tree on stream. Oh no! Toei copyright struck 150 of Totally Not Mark's videos regarding One Piece and Dragon Ball. Why? It's okay, because Dave, Naomi, and Dom aren't watching this stream. They're around for Game Boomers. They're not around for SFO. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you got, like, those of you who watch Game Boomers know what it looks like. So I can just kind of describe this. We removed the table on the side of the couch in the stream setup, and we put up a tree instead. It's a white tree, so it can actually like work with the green screen. And we decorate it, and we have like we make it work for the show. Can Dave tie with boxing gloves on? Oh. All right. Should we get going? Oh yes. Also, 2 weeks till Christmas means that you have 2 weeks until we have 2 weeks until the Minecraft community Christmas event is over. Make sure you finish your builds. So get into the Minecraft server. Copperhead Snake, $20. Take this $20 and buy yourself a friggin' card table. Thanks, pal. Appreciate it. man. Coffee is keeping me going right now. Let's see what we should do. Hold on. Where's the camera? There's the camera. Let me just move some things around so you can actually get to the package opening. Mexi Man for $5. Thank you. Take it easy on Seth Rogen. I've broken into his car a few times. He never called 911. I'm planning on leaving him a present on the Xmas break-in. God, I've heard that like Seth Rogen is deeply depressed, and a lot of what's currently happening is just him self-destructing. That's possible. All right, let me move my keyboard out of the way. Let me adjust this as well. All right, thank you very much, Fubar Freak. Just give me a moment. I'm going to grab all the packages. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth one? I know I had 5. Oh, I might have accidentally opened the fifth one. Yeah, I did. Ah, shit. Sorry. Hold on. I think I can finesse. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Only 4 packages. Stream canceled. Okay, just wait a second, all right? All right, I'm ready. Okay, so how soon do we get denied government services internet access for not being progs? I think that's actually I think that's pretty far away, to be honest, and I think we'll be able to stop it before it gets to that point, Maddie. But thank you. Thank you for the donation. Let's hear. When's the PO box? I can send you local beans. Thank you, Alt Racer. I'll have it up after I open the packages, man. Thank you. Let me open the camera up. There it is. Okay. I remember what the first package is. It was a PlayStation 5. And the reason I didn't open it on this show is that I opened it on Game Boomers. I opened it on the gaming channel. Let me adjust the camera here. Yeah. That's what it was. Is that I opened it on the gaming channel because it was a gaming thing. Somebody got me a PS5 and it came with 2 controllers. So that's why we're at 5 packages. But I opened one of them. However, if you want to see, yeah, this is my failing desk right here. If you want to see me open the PS5 up and set it all up and stuff, that stream is over on the Game Boomers YouTube channel. So check out the pinned comment. And thanks very much to Crow Mega for getting me a PS5. So that's sorry, didn't open it on this stream, but I did open it. Let me just put this over here. All right. So that leads this package here. Here's a package. I guess I'll open it up. Oh God, I cut through some stuffing. It's everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna actually. Oh, there's like a tier tab. I'm an idiot. All right. Okay. What is this? What is this? It's just a box. It's a box. All right. Let's see what's in the box. What's in the box? The Libertarian Trap for $5. Seth Rogen and their DMs. Are you Jewish? Jesus. Adam Woff and Seth Rogen. What is this? Please share the fun ways you are using this product. It's a button. Oh, there's batteries. Hold on. Hold on. What is this? Like this? And then turn on. Yeah, that was an air horn, Ant's sake. It's the wage gap button. No, I'm not shoe on head. Oh, can you hear that? Here, wake up, guys. Wow. Thanks. I appreciate it, I think. Check my coffee mug, guys. Naomi got me this coffee mug for my birthday a while ago. It is a Zelda, like, tankard. That's cool, man. MLG Dev. Nice. It's the gamer button. Thanks very much to whoever sent that. All right. What's in this package? Shoe on Head blocked me, actually. Finally. The 2014 friendship is over. The Shoe on Head blocking story is basically that Vosh was doing some weird tweets about Destiny and Lauren Southern, since Destiny's been debating Lauren Southern. Like making like weird sexual tweets about Nazi pussy and stuff. And then Destiny just said, "Oh, I get it. It's a projection thing. He thinks I treat her the way that he treats Shoe on Head." And then Shoe on Head blockchained everybody who liked that tweet. Fucking ridiculous, man. How do I open this one? Fuck. These fucking packages. Zelda Big Gay. Thanks, Frodo Baggins. What is this? Oh. Dude, hold on. Let me open this up. Without breaking it, hopefully. Come on. Ah, Jesus Christ. Fucking packaging everywhere. Look what someone bought me for some reason. Look at this. It's a plush. It's a dog wearing a frog suit. Why? I don't know. Oh, it's got like a little suction cup, see? You can like stick it to things and hang it up. But it is a dog wearing a frog suit. Dev is a big homosexual who should answer his DMs. Hey, British Knight. Thanks for the £5. Aren't you the big homosexual? You're constantly going after traps. So yeah, yeah. Well, thanks. Dog and frog suit. Is it rags? It's nice though, isn't it? I'm sure Naomi will appreciate it. Yeah. Naomi would like this. Maybe it was for her all along. What's next on the package list? Something dog pill. Oh god. So I put up the dog pill video on the Demonetized channel, my side channel for demonetized content, and it got taken down off that too. So go watch that shit on BitChute, I guess. What's this? Oh my god. Dude. Someone bought me a PS4 copy of The World Ends With You remake. This was a game I liked on DS. I never played the remake, though. I think it was Titanium Dragoon Neo who sent me this, so thank you very much. I think he was talking about getting it. Hold on, is there a message inside the package? There is. Hold on. I thought it was a remake, not a sequel. Dev, this is for you and Game Boomers. Here we go. Dev, this is for you and Game Boomers. This is the sequel to The World Ends With You on the DS. My game of the year for 2021. It is an absolute joy. The English localization is as good, if not better, than the original. Merry Christmas from Titanium Dragoon Neo. Well, thank you very much. The PS5 is backwards compatible with a lot of the PS4 games, but not the rest of the the rest of the PS series. But thank you. Wow. Awesome. Let's put this over here. And the final package of the day. Another one of these. It seems like it's another game. More Game Boomers games for me to play, I guess. I still haven't gotten to Persona 5. Someone bought me that in the summer. Jeez. Okay, let's see the messages first. Dev, this one is for Dave. It's arguably one of the best sci-fi stories ever told in video games. In a tribute to the medium. My favorite game of 2020, for sure. Both languages are incredible. Merry Christmas from Titanium Dragoon Neo. He sent me two games to play on the gaming channel. Well, thank you. I do accept games on Steam as well, if you want to do that. You don't have to, though. I don't know what this game is. I think I've seen porn of some of the girls, though. It's called 13 Sentinels. I've scrolled past porn of some of these chicks on Twitter before, but I don't know what this game is. But thank you. They are pretty cute, though, aren't they? All right. Awesome. Subverse. You know what? There we go. That is all the packages for today. Thanks very much for everything you've sent. The P.O. box is on screen. I open packages on this show once I've collected about 5 of them. So if you want to mail me your junk, people have literally actually mailed me boxes of stuff like just junk, just trash. It's like, oh, thanks, I appreciate that. Want to mail me your junk? There's the P.O. box on screen. If you want to support the channel to get yourself into the $5 club in Discord, you need a $5 monthly recurring tip over at Patreon. Subscribe star, the YouTube memberships button on this channel, or the sub button over on the Game Boomers channel. The reason it has to be recurring is so that the bot can automatically pick you up and put you in there, because there's a bot that handles it. If you send $100 USD to PayPal, you can get into the $5 club for life. Just send the receipt to me or one of the mods or Naomi or Dave, and we'll put you in the $5 club for life. That's how you support the channel, if you want. Oh. The games were Neo, The World Ends With You, and... shit, what was it called? 13 Sentinels. Those were the games. Remember, it says, in response to today's vid. That was yesterday's vid, dude, but thank you. One of the reasons I follow you is, and unlike a lot of people, you grok the importance of not becoming the monsters you're fighting. Yeah, that's a problem with a lot of the right now. The right wing is correct in almost everything they say about how bad the left is, but their solutions are literally just, let's be them. And it's like, no, fuck off. Jesus. One of the ongoing arguments with Scrump in private that was, without getting into personal details, one of the ongoing arguments as that friendship collapsed was that Scrump would repeatedly just say, the left says left good, right evil, so the right needs to say right good, left evil, and just dumb it down to that level. I'm like, no, you fucking, it's frustrating dealing with people who are literally that brain dead. Hope the cat. I really appreciate your videos, Dev. Despite our differences, you've really given me hope and got me out of some dark mindsets the past 2 years. Hope, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you support me, and I'm happy I was able to help you. We don't have any differences. You just break the rules constantly of the Discord and had to be banned. That's all. That's all, man. You broke the rules like 50 fucking times. You can't pay your way back in, but thank you. The Alt Racer for $5. I just realized I'm a retard, lol. Obviously, how'd you get retard into a super chat? That can't be allowed. Obviously, you want whole bean, but you have a preferred region of origin of bean and roast? No, man. Whatever you like. I'll try any coffee. I love coffee. And Xerxes for $50. Thank you very much, dude. Hey, Dev, I'm watching your videos for about 2-ish years now, and you're living an inspiration and voice of reason for me in the dark times. Love what you do. Keep it up. Thank you very much, dude. Highly appreciated. I might be able to make enough to buy a new table on this stream. Let's hope. Very good coffee. Hope's a good boy. How young is Hope the cat? Fucking... If he was in my Discord like 12 years old breaking rules, I get it. When you're like 17, you're like, ah, shit, I was an idiot. I was the same way. Dude, when I was a kid running around the internet, man, I broke so many rules and I got banned from so many communities. When I was I was pretty young, but it was back in like 1999. I was like writing really shitty fanfic and just getting banned from fucking everywhere. Well, Hope we'll talk about it later, all right? Ooh. I heard there was a new Monster Rancher game. I'm surprised that they brought that back, because the whole point of Monster Rancher is that you would, like... Here's... C. Thomas for $2, thank you. A couple of bills from one political hobo to another. Thanks, man. Okay, so, listen, okay? Listen. All right. Okay. Hold on. Where's my mouse? Okay, there it is. All right. So, listen. When it comes to Monster Rancher, for those of you kiddos in the chat who don't know what's going on, you take your PlayStation 1, back that far, and you're playing Monster Rancher with a disc. And then the game would be like, okay, grab a music disc and put it in here. And then you take out the game, you put the music disc in, and then the game is still loaded into RAM, right? So it'll read the music disc, and then using, I think, just metadata from the songs on the disc, it would generate a random monster. And so basically what monsters, it was a Pokemon-esque game, but the monsters that you had access to in the game were based on what other discs you had around. So other PS1 games could give you monsters, but also could music discs. Yeah, you put a CD in. That was such a cool concept for a game, and it worked on PS1, it worked on PS2, but as games moved away from discs, the idea basically died. You know what I mean? It was a cool concept for a game, but I got a gel with the stats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, you guys remember the Monster Rancher anime? Monster Rancher. That was a great show. I loved that shit when I was a kid. The monster created my first Jewel album was terrorizing. Yeah, man. It was just it was a cool idea, all right? Like back in the 90s and the early 2000s, they were really experimenting with how to play games in like some really wacky ways. Remember Barcode Battler? Christmas albums gave you Christmas themed monsters. Yeah, dude. Man, you know what I should do? You input CD titles and artist names now? That's not as fun. Man, you know what I should do? I should play Monster Rancher on Game Boomers. I still have my old PS1. I can probably get a copy of the game. And I have like CDs around. I should do it, man. That'd be fun as fuck. I'm getting into this idea. I kind of want to do it. Yeah, like they did a lot of things like with weird peripherals like the Game Boy Advance and GameCube connectivity. They did like a bunch like there was the N64 microphone that they had for some games. Like there was just weird shit. There was weird shit kicking around. You know what I mean? Physical version costs like $100 American. Well, I guess I'm buying that instead of a table. All right. We've had fun, but let's go to the news. Are you ready for some news, guys? Hold on. Let's see. Do I have news ready? Here, let me just hold on. Hold on. God damn it. Okay, fine. It's okay. Fine. All right. Here we go. Let's begin. As always, once the news starts, I will read super chats at the end of the show. Thank you very much for your support. I could probably like read big ones. Read big ones if they come in right away. But maybe I'll pull like an Adam and Sitch and make it like a $20 thing. Okay, let's have some fun with some of the nonsense that I've scrounged up. Here we go. I think my partner's reason for suddenly wanting kids might be racist. Dude. All right. We had originally agreed not to have children, but now he's saying our genes are too smart not to pass on. Oh god, the full story's not here? All right, let's read the full story. Yeah. When my partner and I met several years ago, he agreed with me that it would be irresponsible to have children given the state of the world, particularly with respect to climate change. I've only become more convinced of this as we've watched extreme weather events literally burn down part of our state. But several of our friends have had babies recently, something that I don't approve of, but whatever. And I feel like he's starting to change his mind. Recently, he asked me if I ever thought that the world would be better with more people like us in it. He told me that it would be dysgenic for us to not have babies because we're both smart. Although I have always scored very high on standardized tests, I do not believe that they are valid measures of everything. And I found this whole line of conversation bizarre and probably racist. Frankly, I thought he was too enlightened to believe such things. I'm currently staying with a friend while I decide what to do. Should I break up with him? And if not, how do I make him come to his senses? Jesus. I think that I would have smart kids because I'm a pretty smart person. And you're pretty smart too. You're a racist. What the fuck? Like, okay, okay. You don't want to have kids, don't have kids. It's your choice, right? Do what you want with your life, okay? I'm not one of those fucking goddamn daddicks out there who's like, everyone has to have kids. You have to have kids. Have kids. Have kids. Have kids. I don't agree with Sargon on that point. You should do what you want with your life. And in fact, if you don't want kids, you probably shouldn't have them because you'd probably be a shitty parent. But like, no, choosing to have kids is a valid choice. You also, yeah, when he says intelligence, she assumes race. What the fuck's wrong with her? She's like legitimately racist. Embrace dadism. You realize at a certain point that you're going to die. What is your legacy going to be? My legacy doesn't matter, frankly. If you go back 15 generations in my family, I have no clue who those people are. Like, am I their legacy? Well, not in any meaningful way. I have like some memories of my grandparents, but they're all quite old. Three of them are dead. Um, I have I've had one conversation about my grandparents' grandparents. One set of them. No, both sets. And so it's like, how much connection do I truly have to to those people? The answer is not much. Listen, what happens if YouTube deletes your videos after death? We're all being deleted after death. Eventually, the planet's going to get destroyed. Nothing lasts forever. It's fine. You know. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do what you need to do in the here and now. But this idea that you're doing it for some kind of like vicarious immortality is just stupid. It doesn't matter how many kids I have or not. I'm still going to be dead when I die. So my DNA is not so important. My family's DNA has already been passed on a whole bunch. I've got a sister, I've got cousins. They're going at it. Everyone's DNA is being passed on, man. My family is in no danger of dying out. No, here's the thing. It's not actually doom or copium. This is actually like, and this is inspiring from my point of view. It's freeing. The idea that, if we're all going to die and nothing matters, you get nihilists who are like, oh my god, everything's terrible. I should just like self-destruct. And you get people who are like, no, if nothing matters, then what I choose is what matters. I can have my own values, and then I can pursue those things because I want them and I think they're good. I think that's a very positive point of view. Compatriot, yes, that is also something that I've talked about. Naomi and I have discussed it. We both have our own reasons for not wanting our own kids, but we are open to the possibility of adoption. Like there's a possibility of passing some stuff on that neither of us want a potential kid to have, like genetically. So we're not going to do that. But we would adopt if we were interested. Yes, we're open to adoption, but we're not open to having our own kids. If that makes sense. Adopt me, daddy. Sure. Who in the chat wants to be adopted by Naomi and I? Okay. So this person seems ridiculous, but guess what? You want to see more ridiculousness coming out of this topic? Here's what you should know about baby wearing and cultural appropriation. Inspiration versus appropriation is a big topic in baby wearing circles. with plenty of controversies over the years. Modern baby carriers that we see and use today are based on traditional baby carriers that have been used all around the world for hundreds of thousands of years. In fact, early humans may have started making carriers from animal skins, plants, and other natural materials about 500,000 years ago. That's why it's so important to respect the cultures of our baby-wearing knowledge. The cultures that our baby-wearing knowledge comes from, as this ancestral practice existed long before it was popularized in the West. In fact, baby-wearing has often been denied to indigenous and racialized parents and children through process of colonization and assimilation. It was seen as primitive, less culturally acceptable, or somehow lesser than, since historically, European, British, and white North American mothers typically used prams and strollers to carry their infants. Oh my fucking god, dude. Holy shit! If you decide to carry your child around, you're culturally appropriating from the non-whites of the world. So I shouldn't tie a bunch of babies to my body so cops won't shoot me. Jesus. Oh god, here's the 6-point list. It's kind of ridiculous. The origins of African cloth wraps, whatever. Fuck you. All right. Okay. Woman loses her mind when told she has to sit next to an unvaccinated passenger. We gotta watch this shit, dude. Hold on. Here, let me get my headphones out. Okay, headphones. Let's listen to this shit, guys. Get ready.
Right now, you're violating my rights. Do you want to lose your job? Do you? Because right now, you're violating my rights as a citizen, as a human being. You're intentionally putting me in danger. I do not wish anyone to be in danger. Thank you, then move him, ma'am. This is a full flight. I can't move him. I don't want to sit there. Do you want me to call the cops? Because I will. I'll call them right now.
We can't move people because they don't want to sit next to somebody.
He's violating our rights and our safety. I asked him for his vaccine card, and he doesn't have one because he's not vaccinated.
Show me your papers.
You have to have a mask and be vaccinated.
You're not exactly wearing a mask.
I'm not wearing a mask because I already have asthma. I have a health condition. I have children. I'm fully vaccinated to protect them. You're intentionally putting my health at risk right now.
If you wish to be on this flight, I need you to take a seat. Okay, that is a seat you paid for, and it's the only one of.
I know the law. You're violating the law right now. You're completely breaking the law. You have to find me another seat.
It's not the law to be vaccinated to come on this flight.
You can't make me breathe his oxygen because he's not vaccinated. You're not listening to me.
If you wish to be on this flight, I need you to take your seat.
I'm not sitting there. You're putting
my
my
God.
life in danger right now. I cannot be made to breathe his oxygen. That's not fair.
This is the seat you paid for.
Do you want me to see my children? Yes, you're putting them at risk now.
One.
Jesus.
I don't want to sit there. He's
Well,
not
then leave.
vaccinated. You're intentionally
You don't have
putting
to sit
my
there,
life
just
in
go.
danger.
Ma'am, we are not putting your life in danger.
I'm not going to sit there.
Ma'am, can you take a seat, please?
No, I'm not sitting there. How many times do I have to say this?
Ma'am, I know how challenging air travel is each week, but there will be no discrimination on my aircraft.
It's not discrimination.
Vaccinated or unvaccinated, we should respect each other. And as it seems,
This part seems scripted, doesn't it?
exit the aircraft.
Yeah. And then everyone clapped.
I apologize for the delay. We'll do our best to get you into London, England on schedule.
Yeah, that actually seems kind of fake, doesn't it? Like I was buying it for the first half. Then I kind of got like, also, man, with the way that like COVIDtarianism is going, isn't it more likely to happen the other way around? You know what I mean? Where like they would remove the person for not wearing a mask on a plane? Yeah, the music. Yeah, I don't know. Seems fake. I would like it if it were true, because that is actually how it should be in real life. But it seems a bit fake, doesn't it? I mean, it does seem like right now the cultural zeitgeist is swinging in the opposite direction to be against unvaccinated people. But who knows? I definitely know a lot. It's kind of funny because I've been watching stuff. All right, I've been watching. I've been just kind of keeping my fingers on the pulse of like the subreddits in my area, my city subreddit, Ontario subreddit, Canada subreddit. All right. These are places that are very left-leaning. And these are also places that are very pro-vax. Like, if you went there a year ago, or 6 months ago, or 9 months ago, and you said, listen, you know, I'm not anti-vax, but I'm hesitant on this vaccine because I think there's maybe some problems with it. You know, they're just going to be like, you're anti-vax. And it's like, or if you say, you know, I think the vaccines work, but I'm against the lockdowns. I'm against the government authoritarianism. They're gonna be like, you're anti-vax, you're anti-vax, you're anti-vax. Like they're very much leaning in that direction where anybody who is against not only getting a vaccine, but forcing it on others and all possible government restrictions, they nail them as anti-vax. And even these people are starting to say, this is enough, man. Like, we were told that the vaccine passport would end in March. Now it's been extended indefinitely. We're now being told that we have to get boosters every 6 months, or else we may actually lose our vaccine passport. There are people who are saying, you know what? Fuck you. Like even these people who are like you know, center left normies who are not really that politically engaged. They're like, you know what? I'll take the vaccine. Seems like it's reasonable. There's a virus going around. I don't want to get sick. You know, regular people who think that way, and it's reasonable for them to think that way. Even they're starting to say this is enough. They're starting to say, like, you know, I've given the government 2 years of my life now. I've gotten the vaccine. I've worn my mask. I've social distanced. I've done everything, and they haven't given me anything. These people who are saying, like, these people who are saying, how come we're not locking down only the unvaccinated if the vaccine is supposed to solve this? Why is it that I did everything and I'm still being treated like I'm not complying? Lots of people are saying that, and now they're just saying, you know what, fuck it. Unless the government's going to give me something, I'm just not going to comply anymore. So you got people who have like been masked up for 2 years, who have been double jabbed, and they're saying, listen, on that date, it was March 29th. On that date, when the government said they're stopping all this, I'm not wearing my mask anymore. Fuck you. And that's becoming more and more common. And I think that trend will just continue. People aren't becoming normalized to the new normal. They're becoming tired of it. And I think that will be a slow ramp, possibly over the next couple of years if needed. But it will be a slow ramp of people just saying, like, you know what? Fuck it. Even if the virus is absolutely as deadly and as terrible as everyone says it is, fuck it. It's not worth it anymore. I think that will continue. Someone super chatted. Wilson, the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks. Thanks for the $5, man. To the tune of the wheels in the bus, the Karen on the plane goes re. That's pretty good, man. Thank you. Yeah, Shaker Silver, same with me, you know. I wasn't explicitly anti-vax or anything. I'm still not, like, when it comes to other vaccines. I still think the vaccine works. I still think it's probably a good idea for most people to get it. But I'm not going to be told what to do. Simple as that. I'm young. I know I'm kind of overweight, but I'm relatively healthy, all things considered. I'm not worried about coronavirus. I'm not worried about catching it. I've already caught it. Okay. I caught the original coronavirus like very early on. We're talking like April 2020, I think. And then this past October, everyone here in the house caught the Delta variant. I have double fucking immunity at this point. I don't care. I just don't care anymore. And if you're gonna be like, you have to, fuck you. I'll just play chicken with you till the end. I'll just play chicken with you. I'm not gonna fucking get it now. You know what? Here, I will consider getting the vaccine once every single government restriction has been revoked, and not a second before. All the passports, all the mask mandates, all the social distancing. Once normal returns, then I'll get the vaccine. I think it works. I think coronavirus is dangerous, but I won't be told what to do. There you go. There's my take. It's just defiance for the sake of defiance, frankly. I'm surprised Dave is alive having caught it. Well, Dave, yeah, I don't fucking know how that happened. $5, Canadian $5 from Tony Nova. The last guy super chatted in Canadian dollars, not even real money. That's, dude, you just super chatted in Canadian dollars. All right, let's continue. What's next? Woman urges others to be their true selves by normalizing the mustache. Shawnee Mon, mid-30s is like young enough to survive like a virus. I'm not like elderly is what I mean. It's been established that women feel as dissatisfied with their bodies as men do. A massive contributor to this is social media. Most influencers, including celebrities, often share filtered photos of themselves. All right. Hold on. Where's that fucking picture? Dude, I clicked on this article. Where's the ridiculous picture? There's the mustache picture, guys. She has since gone viral for sharing her natural mustache. Me highlighting my mustache hair is not me saying, hey, you should find this attractive. Instead, it's serving as a reminder they don't have to remove their facial hair to be seen as feminine. The latest photo, which has since gone viral, saw Joanna flaunting her mustache hair. Wax on, wax off. Jesus, dude. Like, that's rough. That's a shitty mustache for a woman to have. Damn. Kiss the stash, bigot. Noel Shaw for the $1. Thank you. Thanks for the tip. Oh, no. Like, even biological females can have mustaches, guys. They just... It's a really bad roll of the dice if you do. But yeah, man, wax that shit. Come on. Jesus. You don't have to remove facial hair to be seen as feminine. I don't know about that. Oh my God. Like, I have a lot of respect for people who, like, take care of themselves, you know, get rid of unsightly things like that. Man, okay. You got like trans women, right? Who really, they take really good care of themselves and they pass like really well, you know? And then you got like a cis woman like this who grows a mustache and it's like, yeah, it's all right. Like, Jesus. Okay. Oh, yeah. Check this out. Naomi sent me this, and she was like, Devin, you have to read this on the sip. Here we go. Admitting my star sign was a mistake. Oh, so that's why you are the way you are. Your two fire signs ruled over by water. Pretty sure it's just ADHD. Karis, thanks for $5, man. Appreciated. Okay. A fun thing to do whenever someone asks you your sign is to lie about your birthday. It still means listening to them attempt to explain your entire personality badly for a few minutes. Then you can undercut them as soon as it gets too annoying. All right. We're going to have some fun here, guys. Listen to this story. So for a while, I was doing mailroom account follow-up work for a nonprofit. And on my first day there, one of the ladies, Debbie, asked me when my birthday was. Assuming she was planning office birthday parties, I told her. The next day, she came in with my entire star chart with personality tropes, life advice, predictions for my future, and so on. Now, I don't go in for astrology, but I can tell when someone is making a well-meaning gesture, and I can say thank you and shut up. Especially because I told her the wrong birthday. See, my birthday is in the middle of a cluster of a whole bunch of family birthdays, and growing up, I used to have to share my birthday with my older cousins, and while that's not really a big deal, even fun if you're older, it kind of sucks when you're 5 and none of your cousins share your interests. So mom made a deal with me. We'd celebrate my unbirthday in January when nobody else in the family has a birthday or anything else, and the real birthday would be my cousin's. I got my own birthday and they got a second party and it was fun. As I got older, I just started using my unbirthday for everything except paperwork because January is boring and bereft of holidays, except the one that's really part of Xmas these days. On paperwork, I put my real one, but I've been celebrating my birthday in the wrong month for over 25 years now. I didn't think about it when she asked and told her my unbirthday. And for a few weeks, everything was fine. But Debbie had a rival. Another woman in the office, Sharon, was also big into astrology and was convinced that Debbie was doing it wrong. So when she was going over payroll, she saw my legal birthday, realized Debbie had filled out the chart wrong, and then proceeded to drag Debbie on the company Facebook group and a bunch of astrology groups they were both in. I found out when I came in 3 days later from a long weekend, and Debbie burst into tears and sobbed, "How could you lie to me?" After an extremely garbled recounting by our coworkers, a talk with my manager about, "Hey, yeah, I don't think it's legal for Sharon to take my name and date of birth from payroll and put it all over Facebook." The manager had a talk about, "I know you are all over 50, but this is not what the company Facebook is for." Sharon was removed from the premises, and I finally got to sit down with Debbie. I explained the slip-up and how I sort of have 2 birthdays, and think of the January birthday as my real one. Debbie looked up from where she had been sobbing into her tissue all morning, the realization dawning on her, less like the illumination of the sun and more like a baby sea turtle headed in the wrong direction because of light pollution. She said, "Oh, you're trans zodiac. You might have been born as an Aries, but you're really a Capricorn." Guys. Trans zodiac. Double down on that crazy pill. Oh my fucking God. Wow. Wow, guys. Okay, let me see some super chats here. Okay, hold on. I'm going to scroll up. There's 5 from Kairos again. Bonus if I pronounce my name properly. Thank you very much. From Dalhook for $5. You don't have to remove your mustache to be seen as feminine. I don't have to have thousands of dollars of tools work on cars, but it sure helps. Yeah, fair enough. $5 from Germ Bald Night. Thank you. Why do booster shots make any difference when immunity can last for decades? The composition of the vaccine hasn't been updated. Yeah, it's just them getting more money, frankly. But thank you for the $5. 1,000 rubles from Darogen. Thank you. Yo, don't want to say in here, but just to have my fastly falling funny money. Appreciated. Thanks for the super chats, guys. And Sheldon for $2. Zodiac girls, get back to work. Is Ted Cruz trans Zodiac if he identifies as the Zodiac killer? Aiden, when are you having your debate with Adam over libertarian monarchism? Lord Tennyson's pipe for $5. The sip is rapidly becoming women moment. The stream. Oh God, my coffee's already cold. Yum 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 yum. Jesus. Let's continue. Here's what to expect from the Firefly reboot. Guys, the Firefly reboot. Do you remember Firefly? Do you remember Firefly? It's going to be awful, isn't it? It's going to be awful. Yeah. Get ready. You're all going to get fucked. You're all taking it dry. Firefly was canceled too soon. Released in 2002, the series took place in the year 2517. Glorified as a space western drama, the series saw the ensemble cast traveling on a spaceship Serenity in search of new adventures. It was a popular series, but it was canceled before it finished its first season. The rebooted Firefly will have a new story. The original Firefly series on Netflix was intended for mature audiences. There are also political, social, and economic factors that interrogate the morals and ethics of the characters' world and society. There is speculation on how the story will differ. Disney is intending to restart the entire series on a more family-friendly note. Oh boy. Also, Joss Whedon's not going to be involved. What? Dude, they're just raping everything, aren't they? Yep, that's all it is. They're just raping your childhood because why not? I'd rather die standing than live on my knees. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, Jen. I understand. Oh, Naomi's texting me. Naomi's texting me during the sip, guys. Naomi's getting sick at work right now. Oh, no. Oh, God. Yeah. Naomi's getting sick now, too, at work. She's texting me like, I can't do the job. It's like, oh, God. No. Not bun in the oven. It's Dave. Dave made me sick, and then I made her sick. All right. So, Firefly's going to get fucked. Enjoy it. Gregor, thanks for the $5. Have a great Sunday, you for fug. Also, FML for being late and your thoughts on... Wait, live action Beyblade? That can't be fucking Hold on. Shut up. Paramount Pictures is making a live action movie about Beyblades. Oh my fucking God. Half and half, thanks for the $5. C. Thomas, thanks for the $2. I remember Firefly. Firefly reboot. Look how they murdered my boy. Fuck everything. You know what? I still have my old Beyblades from when I was a kid, dude. I still have that shit. It's like, actually, I think it's at like my parents' place back in my hometown. I don't think I brought it here. But they're still kicking around somewhere. I saw them last time I visited. Kairos for $10. Thank you. Hey, Dev, what are your thoughts on the Stargate universe? Stargate was only so-so to me. I didn't like the movie. I didn't really like the show. So I don't really care if they destroy it in the upcoming series. But I'm not surprised they're going to destroy it in the upcoming series. But thank you for the $10. Jack for $5. Thank you. Thanks very much for all the support this time around, guys. I really appreciate it. I was really thinking about such an idea for Firefly reboot last night. I sensed development hell. We're fucked. We're all fucked. Everything is destroyed. Yeah, they're strip mining the 90s and 2000s rather than making their own shit and actually, being good. I don't mind shit like High Guardian Spice. Like, it's bad, but at least it's new, right? Skullgar, thank you for the $5. Family friendly means I have to retcon out the big story plot about government medical overreach creating psychotic space cannibals. Oh God, all of the stories about like forced vaccinations and forced injections and medical experimentation. They got to strip all that out. Dude, like even Attack on Titan had all those dramatic scenes of like soldiers forcibly injecting people. And like it was considered a massive violation of their rights. You can't. How are they going to do that? In like they're probably just going to like do it, and they're probably just because the Attack on Titan's anime is pretty good. They're probably just going to show it, and then people are going to be like, "That's good though, isn't it good to forcibly inject people?" God, everyone's a fucking. Let it rip. Thanks, Gregor. Thanks, dude. I am once again asking Dev to not be le big gay. British Knight, you're constantly going after traps. You are one of the gayest men that I know. Here, let's continue. Thanks all the super chats, guys. OPP is disappointed that bystanders took photos and video as teens struggled out of their burning car. You can't force someone to be a good Samaritan. Jesus. Holy fuck. Guys. Gotta put this on my Instagram. Gotta put it on TikTok. The early Saturday morning crash happened when a single vehicle crashed into a tree on County Road 27 north of Horseshoe Valley Road in Springwater, Ontario. Both teenagers are still recovering of serious injuries. In the Toronto area's trauma center, they were transported. Video of the crash and ensuing fire which appeared on social media, shows people simply driving by instead of stopping to assist. An officer who came upon the fire at about the same time police received the call from the fire department pulled the teens away from the inferno. No charges have been filed as the inaction of bystanders is not necessarily a criminal act. Like, to be fair, this is the proper thing to do. In my opinion, you should be under no legal obligation to help people in need. You are under a moral one, obviously, but not a legal one. I don't think that the government should be able to compel that kind of positive action out of you. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you see a car on fire, like, you should probably help out, guys. You should probably, like, assist. See, Aiden, I've heard of the bystander effect. I know what you're talking about there. But I have not felt the pull of the bystander effect since I was in high school. Like, I recall being in high school, peer pressure. Yeah, that's that whole thing. But as an adult, I've always been like, no, I'll go do what was necessary. You know? Think something's happened, I've been like, oh, maybe I should stop this, and then I do. Maybe just maturity. Maybe you're meant to grow out of the bystander effect. And people just aren't. People just fucking aren't. Stug for $5. From Disney, a series shall be wokened. An IP from the 90s shall spring. Rebooted shall be the show that was broken. The hated again shall be king. Nice. Shaker Silver for $5. Thank you. To quote Other Media, how does it feel to live long enough to see all your favorite franchises go down in flames? Honestly, it feels fucking awesome. Because you know what? They're still making good Zelda games. Fuck it. I'm enjoying that shit. Like, Pokemon's dead. Mario is only so-so, but Zelda's still, like, excellent. As long as Zelda's still going good, I'll probably be happy. Let's continue. Batman. Arkham's character designs have aged poorly. This came out back during, like, the Silver Age of gaming. I view the Silver Age as the Golden Age was the Super Nintendo era, and the kind of the N64. I view the Silver Age of gaming as being like 2007 to 2012, and Arkham Asylum came out during that era, and it was fucking great. It was excellent. Rocksteady developed its own aesthetic for the Batman Arkham series, but many of the designs from Asylum City haven't aged well at all. No, you just got old and cranky, and you realized that you can be a fucking Puritan about sex. Fuck you. I want to see titties. I want to see big, round, gravity-defying titties. The Batman Arkham games still hold up as some of the best action-adventure games out there. But unlike the gameplay, the character designs in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City haven't aged well. All right, let's see which ones you're complaining about. Batman's dated character design. Let's see. The Dark Knight silhouette is clear and unquestionably Batman. However, his proportions feel off. He is both overly muscular and slim. Yeah, that's the point. You can't do what Batman does without being like in top tier shape. That's the point. While thin suits and underwear are comic book classics, they feel out of place now. Fuck you. We have to edit this to make it fit modern global standards, and then just fuck the fans. All right, Catwoman, of course. The simple and obvious issue in Catwoman's character is the male gaze. This is nothing new to superhero comics or video games, but it's becoming less and less acceptable as more people continue to point out the glaring issues between how men and women are depicted in fiction, particularly when it comes to the sexualization of female video game characters. Her design features incredibly long legs, delicate arms and hands, and a jumpsuit zipped down to reveal her cleavage. You know what? It's actually not becoming less and less acceptable. Your average person still likes booba, all right? Your average person still likes sex. Your average adult is still, a sexual being that wants to see stories with sex in it. Age appropriate, obvious, but obviously, but you know what I mean, right? People want to see hot individuals, guys and girls, in their media. This hasn't changed. It's not becoming less and less acceptable. You're just becoming more and more angry about it. Presumably because you're some kind of balding fucking soy. Who's this guy? Jacob Zaranko. Who the fuck is Jacob Zaranko? Who are you? Wait, you have a Twitter account? No, that's just how to. Okay. We're looking this guy up. Jacob Zaranko. He's a featured writer. He's on Instagram. Here's Instagram. Oh, look. Is anyone surprised? Is anyone surprised that he's a soy boy? All right, buddy. All right. I'm sure you're so offended at it. Okay. Harley Quinn. I'm going to stop reading super chats for now. I mean, keep giving them, but I'm going to read them at the end of the show, okay, guys? I want to keep reading these articles and get through them. Harley Quinn. Her outfits don't hold up, apparently. Her attire is clearly impractical, and her anatomical proportions are just like Catwoman's. Like Selena Kyle, Harley Quinn has an element of sex appeal to her character, but it is punctuated with a goofy personality in her trademark Harley Quinn outfit. Both of these elements were missing in the Arkham series. Oh, God. Shut up. Like, literally, this is the design that was used in the Harley Quinn movies, and they're all like, girl boss, during those ones. So what the fuck? Is it because only girls like those movies and guys like this game? So that's the complaint? Like, Jesus. What fucking garbage. Okay. And now we are on to the article that is the headlining article of today's show. It's in the thumbnail. Angry wild elephant destroys cars and houses in a Chinese town after failing to find a girlfriend to mate with. A large wild elephant wandered into a Chinese town and caused chaos after it failed to find a female. Incelephant, guys. The Asian elephant was spotted wandering the streets and shops of Mengge town in southwest China's Yunnan province, destroying 9 vehicles and damaging houses during a rampage. Forestry officials told reporters that the male elephant was driven out of its herd after it couldn't seek out a female in estrus, resulting in a temper tantrum. Damn. Based Dumbo. Poor guy. Jesus, he's fucking everything up. The animal was eventually herded out of town after 30 minutes by local forestry police. Various videos filmed by witnesses of the town show the large animal swinging its trunk while trudging through the busy town. Damn, dude. That feel when no GF. Elephants going their own way. Wow. Dude. Oh, well. R.I.P. Cowboy Bebop canceled by Netflix after 1 season. You know what, guys? Okay. Hold on. I have not seen the original Cowboy Bebop since I think 2001 or 2002. I might rewatch it and then watch this. Because Naomi's currently watching Cowboy Bebop, like the anime. I might catch up to her, watch it together, and then watch this with her. Because, you know what? I enjoyed doing that video on Santa Inc. You know what I mean? My channel is not necessarily a media analysis channel the way that Rags is or something. But I enjoyed doing a review from a political perspective of Santa Inc. So maybe I should actually do Cowboy Bebop. Would you guys want to see that? Would you guys want to see me review Cowboy Bebop? And really dive into what makes it here's the thing. Most people who shat on Santa Inc., who made videos, I like the Quartering. I like It's a Gundam. I like those guys. But I don't think they actually watched Santa Inc. And fair enough, who the fuck wants to watch Santa Inc.? Fair enough. But when I watched it, I realized I could make a stronger argument as to why it sucked rather than just relying on the clips that went viral on Twitter. You know what I mean? And so I think I made a higher quality Santa Inc. video out of the fact that I had seen the show. So maybe I should actually try to watch the Cowboy Bebop new show and then do a video on it. Because everyone knows it's fucking awful. Everyone knows the reasons why it's awful. All you got to do is go on Twitter, find all the shitty parts and post them up and be like, look how awful this is. But I think a true analysis might help. You know what I mean? Make Dave do it with you? But yeah. That was fast. Netflix has canceled its ambitious, widely hyped, and widely disappointing anime adaptation Cowboy Bebop. The move comes less than 3 weeks after the show's November 19th debut on the streaming service. Yep, nobody liked this. Nobody wanted it. People have been shitting on it for a long fucking time. Netflix's renewal rate for scripted series that have 2 or more seasons stands at 60%, in line with industry averages. And like all Netflix renewal verdicts, the decision was made by balancing the show's viewership and cost. Yeah. To be honest, it actually seemed like Cowboy Bebop might have taken a fair amount to create because of the sets, because of the more outlandish costumes and effects that they've used in the show. Maybe it cost a bit more. So maybe they just couldn't make a profit. Also, shitting on your audience doesn't help. Shitting on your audience doesn't help. Anyway, we did it. I have said in the past that getting woke and going broke isn't a hard and fast rule, but there's definitely a decent trend there, and it is playing out with Cowboy Bebop. Hey guys, check out this new Kickstarter. Women Are Werewolves, a non-binary story video game. Dude, you want to play Women Are Werewolves? Play as non-binary characters in a family where only the women transform into werewolves. On the next full moon, who will you be? I just want to point out, if only the women transform into werewolves, that seems pretty fucking binary. I don't know if it's non-binary, dude. Oh God. What, can you just hold on. If you're non-binary, so you're constantly switching between man and woman, can you just choose to not transform into a werewolf when it would be an inopportune moment by identifying as a man? What if you belong to some families believe things like men bring home the bacon and women are caregivers? What if you belong to a family with its own core gendered belief? Women are werewolves. What if, on the full moon, your family went deep into the wilds of the family home so the women could transform and roam the night while the men stayed at the house? In a family with such specific gender roles, what if you were non-binary and neither of those expectations felt right for you? Well, oh my God. Dude, it's all ridiculous. Okay, I'm looking for the oh Jesus, of course. Of course you would be making it. I'm looking for the part where they say fascists can't play this game. Cuz you know. Maybe not. Maybe it's not down here. Okay. So, Women Are Werewolves. You guys want to play a game of Women Are Werewolves with me? Who is the game for? No one. All right. Here's the account KFC Barstool. Find a bigger loser than this kid. It's impossible. Apparently he's a loser. Apparently Kyle Rittenhouse is a loser. I have ruined my marriage, my family, and my life. Barstool Sports host admits to cheating on his pregnant wife after she called him out on social media. Who's the loser? Oh my God. You fucking idiot. His wife, I don't care. His wife, Caitlin Nugent Clancy, wrote a post on her Instagram account on Friday which she accused him of cheating on her since she was 8 months pregnant. In a video posted on his Twitter account Saturday, Kevin said, "I have ruined my marriage, my family, my life because I acted selfishly, act like a coward, and behave like a boy when I should behave like a man. All I can do now is ask for forgiveness. Whether or not I deserve that forgiveness, whether or not I ever get that forgiveness, all I can do is act the best for my wife and kids. I didn't do so in the past." Yeah. It turns out you're a far worse fucking person than Kyle Rittenhouse is. Wow. Oh, you guys aren't going to like this one. You guys are not going to like this one. The racist history of celebrating the American tomboy. No more tomboys. They're all gone. The tomboy abs are racist, Aiden. You cannot lick them. This is where, like, you have the image of, like, the two hands grabbing each other, and it's, like, far right and far left, both hating tomboys. All right. Most of us think fondly and uncritically of tomboys, spunky girls who act and dress boyishly, who don't give a hoot about gender norms. As well as running through the fields and climbing trees in real life, tomboys were the star of 19th century novels like Eden and The Hidden Hand. In 1868, Louisa May Alcott's Little Women hit the scene, and Jo March captured the hearts and imaginations of girls around the country. Tomboys continue to be a hit in the media, right up to the end of the 20th century. These tomboys had something else in common besides their refusal to submit to sexist restrictions. They were almost always white. In fact, tomboyism in America is firmly rooted in racism. Now, I can't really name that many examples off the top of my head, but I have a clear image in my mind of, like, a skinny, brown-skinned tomboy kind of girl who is a mechanic and she always has like a wrench and overalls, and she has like a fro in her hair that's kind of held back by a bandana. And this character is in a whole bunch of cartoons in the 90s, who is, like, basically the person who works on the hero's equipment, no matter what cartoon show that happens to be. And the only example that I can think of immediately is Basquash, which is an anime. But a bunch of 90s and 2000s era shows and cartoons definitely had black tomboys. Stargate Atlantis had that too? Okay, yeah, fair enough. Describing my waifu. That is definitely one of the top tier waifus, isn't it? Final Fantasy 15? Yeah. The mechanic from Advanced Wars. Yes, exactly. So I am describing something that exists. Okay. Yes. I'm not just like I can't think of exactly what, like, the exact examples, but I have a feeling that this character type exists and was popular. Yeah. Okay. Tomboy. Oh God, dude! The people who are saying that tomboys aren't in, like, tomboys and femboys aren't real. You're just like hidden trans, and you have to have your egg cracked. Fuck right off, dude. Like, fuck right off. Sad duck noises. Thanks, Little Havoc. As always, guys, thanks for the super chats. I will read them at the end of the show. Okay, thank you. Let's continue this. The word tomboy had meant a boisterous boy when it was coined in the 16th century, then morphed into meaning a lascivious woman, and eventually it came to mean a boisterous girl. Sometimes tomboys were called vulgar or dangerous in the press, with experts declaring that girls should not be raised with the malignant idea that they deserved equality with boys or be educated with them. Studying would siphon blood away from a woman's womb. Oh my God. Another idea about the benefits of tomboyism took hold, that tomboyism was good for the womb. 19th century tomboyism was, in fact, connected to one of the white middle class's great projects of the time, breeding the white race. Jesus. I guess that is still true. Everyone wants to breed tomboys right now. Middle-class white women, in their 25 pounds of restrictive bustles, corsets, and crinolines, were largely constrained by the gender roles of what was known as the cult of true womanhood in the Victorian era. But the ultimate femininity of frailty wasn't much good for procreation, and the birth rate was declining among these white women. An 1873 article stated that parents should allow a girl to be as tomboyish as her inclinations lead her to be. Let her ride, drive, row, swim, run, climb fences, and even trees if she has a mind to. She is only laying the foundation for future good health. This seems to be the truth, right? Like, it's even getting away from the Victorian ideas of health. This is just physical activity. Like, it's still good, right? Good health, then, is a code, meaning tomboy now, successful breeder of white children later. Well, it also works for all races. That's the point. Tomboyism was stitched to whiteness in the form of white privilege for the 19th century. Hold on. And tomboy as a term was rarely used in African American newspapers in the 19th and early 20th centuries. And not much applied to people of color in white newspapers until the 1950s. Well, guess what? The 1950s were 75 fucking years ago, dude. The people who were writing those articles are dead. Who cares? You know? You can... This is like... Oh my God. You're racist if you like tomboys in the year of our Lord 2021, because back in the 1950s... Shut up! Shut up. Shut up. Tomboys are great. Shut up. Naomi has like a tomboy side. She has like she has like dresses, but she also has like tomboy stuff. It was kind of funny. Like the first time we went on a date, she dressed up very girly. Like she had like a dress and like a necklace and the whole thing, and like she had like her hair down. And I was just like, I showed like no sexual interest. And it's not because I was like trying to repress it. I was just like, oh yeah, hey Naomi, let's go on a date. Like I was very like just okay, non-seducible. And then on our second date, she shows up in a ponytail and a tank top and cargo pants. So like pure tomboy attire. And I was just like, oh hey Naomi, what's up? She got so mad that she couldn't just seduce me. And I was just like, all right. Sorry. Dev, show us girly nooms. H250. Dude, Naomi has been very girly on Game Boomers. She like, whenever we play a Mario game, she dressed up as Princess Peach. Whenever we play a Zelda game, she dressed up as Princess Zelda. So, yeah, man. Okay, everyone keeps saying in Discord that Naomi is trans. She's not trans. She doesn't have a penis. All right, let's Jesus Christ. Look at this long fucking, oh my God. The word tomboy is out of favor. Some people prefer gender non-conforming. Others stick to girl. Hey, fuck you. You're literally destroying one of the last few fun things about gender. Fuck off. Huh? Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, everyone thought that Naomi's Alice in Wonderland outfit was hot when you played that during Christmas. Not Christmas, Halloween. Yeah, I know it was. I saw it. She even had the striped stockings. Okay, check this out. One woman's mission to rewrite Nazi history on Wikipedia. Cassina Kaufman's fellow editors have called her a vandal and a McCarthyist. She just wants them to stop glorifying fascists and start citing better sources. Oh, let's see. All right. Okay, so she was born in Soviet-era Russia. She now lives in Silicon Valley. She started editing Wikipedia. As she hopped through articles about the Second World War, one of her favorite subjects, she saw what seemed like a concerted effort to look the other way about Germany's wartime atrocities. What? There's no fucking way. Kaufman can't recall exactly when her concern set in. Maybe it was when she read the article about the SS, the Nazi Party's paramilitary, which included images that to her felt like glamour shots. Action men, officers admiring maps, going on parade, all sorts of very visually disturbing stuff. Hold on. But was it real? Like, you can have historical photos of Nazis looking at maps. That's still a piece of history, you fuck. Or maybe it was when she clicked through some of the pages about German tank gunners, flying aces, and medal winners. There were hundreds of them, and the men's impressive kill counts and youthful daring do always seem to exist outside the genocidal Nazi cause. What was going on here? Wikipedia was supposed to be all about consensus. Wasn't there consensus on, Hitler? Well, yeah. The consensus is that these tank gunners and flying aces, they served their country, often because they had no other choice, and they got medals for their service. Now, we were on the other side of that war. Our ancestors fought them, but oh my God, this is like ridiculous, isn't it? They still, like, did that individual actually man a tank gun? Did they actually fly in a plane? Did they actually win medals from the German state? Or be given medals from the German state? Yes. So, that means that it's historically accurate and relevant. Holy fuck. All right. In early November 2015, you will find her in the article about the 20th July plot, about the failed plan by German officers to assassinate Hitler. A sentence had jumped out at her. It says that some of the conspirators came to see the plot as a grand, if futile, gesture that would save the honor of themselves, their families, and the army and Germany. The claim isn't supported by any sources. It's conjecture, hearsay. Well, now, see, we have to go back to that article and see. Maybe we should, actually. Maybe we can do that right now, because Wikipedia does, in fact, save its histories. 20th July plot. Where's history? View history. November 2015. Let's scroll back. Scrolling back. Scrolling back. Jesus Christ, there's so many fucking edits on this page. What a goddamn battleground. Okay. Right. Does the history not go back that far? Hold on. We're going to find it, guys. We're going to find it. November 2015, right? All right. Here it is. Okay. What did she remove? Hold on. Removed as conjecture and not support. Here. Okay, I found it. We're on the page. She removed, in November 14th, 2015, she removed 573 characters. Let's open up these two and compare them. Okay. She removed now or never, whatever the cost. Let's see. There are sources. This is William Schreier's The Rise and the Fall of the Third Reich. This is Fest's Plotting Hitler's Death, page 236. Same book, page 228. And this is this from Himmler's writing? Right here? Okay, so what were the differences? Right, all these citations needed here were removed. Unsubstantiated as of February 2013. Yeah, I wonder where this came from. Because she removed this. Everything else seems to be sourced. So I guess maybe she actually did something properly. Here. Let's go back a bit further. So it was unsubstantiated as of 2013, right? February 2013. Let's keep going back. Scroll. Okay. Unsubstantiated as of 2013. Let's pick a 2012 one and see what's there. Yeah. No sources. See, this is why you always research stuff like this, guys. You always go back and see. Because maybe she was actually correct. At least in this instance, right? Yep. Even in 2012, it was an unsourced passage. It could just, like, maybe somebody copied it out of a book and didn't put it in. You know what I mean? Let's go back real far. Older. Let's go. 2009. There we go. Let's go to the oldest one on this page. What do we got? Yep, it's just kind of there with nothing. This doesn't mean that Wikipedia is always correct. Like, the cultural Marxism article is a fucking train wreck. It's a fucking train wreck. Here. Let's see when they actually added it. I'm sorry if I'm going a bit off the rails here, guys, but this is actually kind of interesting. Now or never, whatever the cost. Something happened to that section in this article, in this version. Yep, it's just kind of there. Okay. Because if we find the article, the revision where it was actually added, maybe there will be reasons in that one. Let's just keep going. The Gamergate article, yeah. Oh, this is before that section was added. Okay. Let's go forward again. We're getting closer. Yeah, see, it seems like at some point there was a massive rewrite of this article where it was added. So let's keep going. Nope. Nope. By the way, guys, if you want to know, like, how I'd research stuff, like how I research some of the more esoteric things on the internet, this is how I do it. Just a lot of scrolling and intuition and just reading boring shit. Here we go. Okay, so by this point, it's been added in. So let's see. Okay. So between one of these that I clicked, hey, where did I? Okay. I'm going to keep going back. Going back to January 31st. Okay, let's go back to January 22nd. Okay, so it was added between the 31st and 22nd. So let's keep poking around. Getting closer. Getting closer. Okay, in between these two, it was added. We're hunting it down. Plan gone wrong. Okay, planning a coup. Okay, it was added in between these two. So let's check these out, okay? So here we go. Now or never, whatever the cost. This is the original text, and it seems like it was just written by whoever. These sources are still the same, I think. Plotting Hitler's death, the German resistance to Hitler. Also from plotting Hitler's death. And from Himmler's writing. Okay. So, where did this come from? Maybe, hold on, if I were to, by the summer of 1944, no. Copy and Control F in this article. There it is. Now it's under planning a coup. It's the same content. And it seems like it comes from this book, Plotting Hitler's Death. And also from the article Operation Valkyrie. So if I were to take this specific passage, let's just say, here, and now we'll search for it in the context of that book. All right? Oops, wrong button. The book being Plotting Hitler's Death. If you get like a Plotting Hitler's Death PDF, could we find this exact text in the book? Hold on. It's possible still. Okay. Is this it? That's just the cover. Shit. I have to get a hold of this book, I think. I'm going to have to get a hold of this book. But in my experience, when an article is laid out like this, it seems like this is basically just either a summary or a direct quotation of this book. You know what I mean? So and then at some point, this citation was removed from the article, so it seemed like it was all just conjecture. And so if it all is just conjecture, then you can say, because now that you've removed the source, you can say stuff like, oh, well, clearly it's just like Nazis. It's like, shut up. See, there's ways to really, come on. There's ways to really, obscure the fact that you're slowly editing things over time. Maybe I'll even get this book and see. You know what I mean? How much does it cost? Super chats. Here, let's take a look. I'm going to see how much it costs. Plotting Hitler's Death. Jesus, $50. God damn. Because possibly going over some of the things that she's edited out and sourcing them directly might actually be useful. Oh, wait, no, there's a $14 one. There's a $20 one? Okay. It's not so bad. Used. I don't mind used books. Used books are good. All right. Buy a table first. I probably should buy a table first, eh? Use that super chat money. All right. But still, you know what I mean, though? You can go through this stuff and trace back all of her edits and being like, oh, maybe it came from here. And maybe, like, somebody deleted the source. And maybe somebody, like, you can really, you could, like, usually stuff on Wikipedia isn't just straight up made up. Usually there's a source, and then, like, over the course of 15, 20 years of edits, things get shuffled around, things get lost. But this person has decided that sources that come from Nazis themselves aren't sources, which is kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Like a German soldier who, despite fighting for the Nazis, he gets a medal. he's known for his marksmanship or whatever. He gets a medal, and then it's like, oh well, that source doesn't count because it's from a Nazi. It's like, well, hold on, the Nazis were meticulous record keepers, dude. Like, what the fuck? So if you continue, she navigates over to an article about one of the conspirators, Arthur Nebe, a high-ranking member of the SS. Apart from his role in the plot, the July 20th plot, Nebe's main claim to notability is that he came up with the idea of turning vans into mobile gas chambers by piping exhaust fumes. The article acknowledges both of these facts, along with the detail that Nebe tested his system on the mentally ill, but it also says that he worked to reduce the atrocities committed, going so far as to give his bloodthirsty superiors inflated death tolls. Now, Kaufman is like, she feels totally disoriented. She can't believe that an innovator in mass murder would have tried to protect the Jews and other supposed subhumans as troops rounded up. She checks the footnotes. The claim is attributed to War of Extermination, a compendium of academic essays originally published in 1995. She knows the book is legit because she happens to have a copy on loan from the library. When she goes to the cited page, she finds a paragraph that appears to confirm all the Wikipedia article's wild claims. But then she reads the first sentence of the next paragraph. This is, of course, nonsense. See, I have to read this book for myself now because I don't necessarily trust her interpretation of things. But the point is that she's taking sources she doesn't like for political reasons. And if you continue reading this article is very long. If you continue reading it, you'll find that she's just wholesale deleting large swaths of stuff because it comes from Nazi sources. It's rather ridiculous, isn't it? Like, it seems kind of nuts. It's like, oh shit, the Nazis said XYZ, so therefore Wikipedia cannot say XYZ. And it's like, what? Why not? Nazis are bad, obviously. One of the worst evils in the world. No one's going to deny that. At least unless you're a fucking idiot. But this idea that, like, okay. Hold on. Fucking, I wonder if I could show you this, okay? Give me a second here. Fuck. I'm going on a rant. Okay, give me a goddamn second because I'm about to lose my fucking mind over this, okay? Okay? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna lose it, alright? Where the fuck? If Aiden's still watching, she'll probably appreciate this. Oh my god, where is the book? I can't find it. Oh no. Oh god, did I just lose it in the mix of all the other books that I have? Oh. Hey. Oh my god, is that it? I gotta stand on my chair to get this thing. Oh god. Oh. Stop turning. Oh fuck. My bookshelf's really high, guys. Oh. Okay, I got it. Yep. Oh. Ow. Okay, check this out. I have a book. I'm going to open up my camera. I have a book. It is called, to make sure that you know that I have it, Statistics and the German State, 1900 to 1945. It's a very dry, very boring book, okay? It's not a political science book. It's not a philosophy book. It is a statistics book. It is just like budget expenditures and official like record keeping, various I think there's death counts in here. There, like, basically all the numbers that you'd expect a modern government to put out in this book, compiled in this book. Okay? So if you were to read this book, this book presents the data without any kind of political bias. Like the guy who was commissioned to do it by the German government, Adam Tooze, he's a communist. He's written some communist books before, but this does not have a communist bent. It's just government statistics. It's a compilation of government statistics. Okay? Can it count to 6 million? Jesus. All right? And it is very apolitical in the information that it presents. That's what it is. Okay? Now, because some of these statistics in this book came from the Nazi government, should we consider the book to be an inherently non-valuable source? Should we consider the book to be automatically inaccurate because Nazis? I'm wearing shorts, actually. How socialist were the Nazis according to that book? They implemented a lot of social democratic policies. They had a very expansive welfare state. And the welfare state was basically funded by seizing Jewish property and by seizing Polish property as a result of the war. And of course, the welfare was only given to Germans. The mug, I just finished the mug, dude. I just finished the coffee in it. The book is heresy. But yeah, my point is that this person in this article is just removing sources that come out of Germany because because Nazis. And it's like, well, you have to be a bit smarter about it than that, you know? And of course, she grew up in the Soviet Union. No surprise. I wonder if she does the same thing for Soviet sources. I mean, you'd think you would if you suffered underneath the Soviet Union, but maybe she doesn't. I might do a video where I go through this. Oh, look. She has a book by Adam Tooze, The Wages of Destruction. I have this book. I know what it's about. This was basically after Adam Tooze was commissioned by the German government to make the statistics book. He took the data from that book. He left out all the stuff that was bad to the communist cause, and then he made a communist-focused narrative book, like a political philosophy book, based on deconstructing the Nazi economy by from a communist point of view. And there are some notable books here that are just missing. If you're going down this route and reading this kind of stuff, she's missing some books. Like she's missing Hitler's Beneficiaries, which was a description of the Nazi welfare state. She's missing Mussolini's Intellectuals, which is basically just a discussion on fascist political philosophy. It seems like she's only kind of doing this one-sidedly. But in any case, maybe I should go through this and see what ridiculous things that she's taken out and see if I can find their original sources. I kind of want to see. That might be an interesting project. It'll take a long time, though. I don't know if you guys are interested, but it'll take a long time to do. All right, let's continue. Employee blew up an oil warehouse in Thailand because she was angry at her boss. Dude, fucking based. A woman in Thailand allegedly blew up the oil warehouse where she worked. She was angry at the boss. Jesus, that's quite the fucking destruction. The worker is named Anne Saria, has been accused of using a lighter to set fire to a piece of paper before throwing it onto a fuel container in the warehouse. The fire caused more than 40 million Thai baht, which is about 900,000 pounds, worth of damage. It quickly spread throughout the building and used to store thousands of liters of oil tanks. Jesus. She just fucking lit it up and pieced. Boom. Wow, dude. Also, femboys are on suicide watch because China has now banned effeminate male celebrities from TV stations. China has banned effeminate sissy men from appearing on television and streaming platforms as the government tightens its grip on the industry and enforces strict morality rules. The regulations, issued by the National Radio and Television Administration today, are part of President Xi's plan for a national rejuvenation, with tighter Communist Party control of business, education, culture, and religion. Broadcasters were told not to promote vulgar internet celebrities and admiration of wealth and celebrity. They should instead vigorously promote excellent Chinese traditional culture, revolutionary culture, and advanced socialist culture. We must firmly boycott abnormal aesthetics such as sissiness. To be fair, a lot of socialists out there, even though socialists in the West will never ever accept this, a lot of socialist thought out there revolves around alternate sexualities being bourgeois degeneracy. Like homosexuality and being trans and all that shit. It's really only liberalism that actually makes a space for people who are not like the norm. And of course libertarianism, but libertarianism, until libertarianism goes as crazy as Rothbard does, libertarianism is basically just like liberalism pushed through a distiller, if you know what I mean. So here we go. No femboys in China, guys. No femboys in China. Hey, check this out. Finland is trending #1 on US Twitter because our Instagram cat girl prime minister did everything except trying to lead her country. She went out partying and drinking. So this is Finland's prime minister. She apparently bailed on a government obligation to go to a party and get drunk. And of course, she likes to edit pics of herself as a cat and post them on Ylilauta, which is apparently Finnish 4chan. She makes these edits of herself. Really? I guess she just really wants to be a cat girl. Oh my god. Fucking furries, guys. She even adds like a choker with a bell. Finland, what the fuck? Finland. I guess she's the paw minister, eh? All right. Check this out. German man keeps taps on for 1 year and comes swinging at the cops during a house visit. Oh my god, dude. Jesus. That's a lot of water. Police were called to an apartment in a northern German town after a man had left the taps in his sink, bathtub, and toilet running for a whole year, using 7 million liters of water. Officers had to use tear gas to subdue the suspect. The unusual situation was only uncovered when a 31-year-old's landlord received a huge water bill to the tune of 10,800 euros. His tenant had gone through 7 million liters of water, 1.85 million gallons, compared to only 44,000 liters for the average resident. On Friday, police arrived at the man's apartment. Hearing loud noises coming from the inside, they used a service key to unlock the door, from where they were confronted by the occupier, who started throwing punches. Eventually, with great effort, 4 officers managed to subdue the suspect by spraying him with tear gas. He was then placed in a psychiatric ward. Earlier in the week, the man had plugged the drains to the building, which, if left unattended, may have had catastrophic consequences. Other tenants complained of water dripping from the ceiling. Did he want to just like flood the whole building? Is that what he was interested in doing? Holy fuck. Become ungovernable. Scientists find that class clowns are actually the smartest people in class. Ooh. Humor seems to be a valuable tool for children. It turns out that humor ability and overall intelligence are tightly linked in the middle school age children. We were particularly interested in the quality of humor made by children, but evaluated by adults. Parents and teachers should be aware that if their children or students frequently make good quality humor, it is highly likely they have extraordinary intelligence. Well, I guess that explains me. I always have the best puns. I always fucked around in class, and I guess I'm just a hyper genius. It's actually funny. So I think I might make a short video on this. I don't expect many people to be interested, but it's a video mainly for me. My mom dropped off a box last time she was in this city. Last time she was visiting. And it's a box of all my old schoolwork. And I was looking through it and I realized I have a lot of like perfect scores from when I was a kid. Like math and science and writing. Just, you know, like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, that kind of stuff. Just perfect scores. 10 out of 10, 50 out of 50, 100 out of 100. And I'm like, damn. And I was actually given the opportunity to skip grades, to skip ahead in school twice. And I turned them down both times because I wanted to stay with my friends, which was a dumb fucking situation because I don't talk to any of my friends anymore. They're all fucking losers now. Like, one of them turned into like a fucking soy boy new male who's trying desperately to get like his punk rock blog off the ground while being like an engineer. The other one, he was basically from a really poor family, so he enlisted in the army, and now he like takes care of an older woman and her children. Like, everyone that I knew from university, with the exception of Dave, or sorry, from school, with the exception of Dave, I don't talk to anymore. I should have just I should have just gotten out of school faster. God damn it. Humble brag the video. Well, basically, I basically plan to destroy all that old stuff anyway. I don't feel any reason to keep it around, but maybe I should make a video of it just to have like a record of it. I don't want to take up space in my house anymore. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. Clown school. If you make good quality humor, you have extraordinary intelligence. Pack bonding. Humor is used for different purposes. While humor is frequently used for entertainment by adults, children is mostly used for peer acceptance. Therefore, the nature of adult and child humor differ. Yeah. So, adults use humor for entertainment. Actually, males use humor to attract females. But children use it for peer acceptance, which is a different thing. So, fair enough. You mean he got married? No, H250. He got married to a woman who already had kids. And he's not having his own kids. He's just taking care of somebody else's kids. It's like, well, all right. I guess if you want to, but geez. Yeah, I had a chance to get on that Sigma grind set 20 years early, and I should have fucking taken it. Damn. Fledgling cartoonists. The experts who are cartoonists and humor education instructors. Hold on. In order to determine which students were funnier and smarter, the researchers arranged for the experts to rate the captions that 217 middle school students read for a series of 10 cartoons. The experts who were cartoonists and humor education instructors judged the cartoons for comedic value and relevance, finding that the students with greater verbal reasoning skills and more generalized measures of intelligence also happen to be the funniest. So I guess cartoonists and people with wit are also the funniest and are also the smartest. Okay, makes sense to me. Of course, to be fair, I am at the point in my life where having had a whole bunch of potential no longer matters, which is true. You know, you eventually reach a point where it doesn't matter how much potential you have. If you're not producing something, the potential has gone to waste. That's harsh, but it's true. You know what I mean? It's just how it is, man. Like sometimes it sucks to say, but like, that guy has so much potential. Look at that kid. He's amazing. Then he grows up to do nothing. Like, and to be fair, lots of child prodigies end up that way. They don't know how to study. They get to university. They don't know how to live on their own. You know, real life kicks their ass. You know, you have to. There's more than just being smart, basically. There's more than just being smart. The final article for today. You guys are going to love this one. Shut up. Top of my priority is to say goodbye to Mr. Bojangles, my penis. A former banker, 58 years old, spends $75,000 on 18 horn implants, castration, and ear removal to become a trans-species reptilian. His name is Tiamat Legion Medusa. He has had more than 20 body modifications, and he got diagnosed with AIDS in 1997. He's a Los Angeles resident. He's made a full recovery from his surgery. He wants to be called an it and prefers they, them pronouns. He was born Richard Hernandez, and he developed a kinship with snakes after being abandoned by their parents in the woods. He underwent tongue splitting, as well as a partial nose removal and reshaping inspired by Harry Potter villain Voldemort. He now refers to himself as a reptoid. Oh my God. Went from this normal looking family man to this. Dude. It's Xavier. What the fuck, dude? Transreptiloid. The reptilian shapeshifters aren't even trying to hide it anymore. Oh my God, dude. Look at the. Is that a vape? Dude, never vape. It turns you into a reptilian. Oh, Jesus. Why? Surgery. He just got rid of his cloaking device. Holy shit. Look at this guy. Literally a fucking demon creature. Why? Oh my God. Putting chemicals in the vapes to turn the freaking banker's reptiloid. He lives in LA. Maybe he played too much Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. That's a good game. I should play it again. Like, I played it on Game Boomers for Halloween, but I should play it. Look at his fucking ears. Look at his nose. Jesus. Good God. I have no fucking words, dude. Satoshi was a reploid for 50 North Koreans. My nickname was a joke. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. He's a true reptiloid. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm just like looking at this just in shock and hilarious horror. Oh my God. A real life Nosferatu. Oh my Jesus fuck. All right. All right. All right. I think that's enough. That's enough internet for today, guys. That's enough fucking internet for today. All right. If you want to support the channel, you can send $5 to the $5 club. Get yourself in the $5 club on Discord by giving a $5 tip through Patreon, subscribe star, the YouTube memberships button, or twitch.tv/GameBoomers. It's got to be through one of those sources to make it recurring, so the bot will do it. $100 to PayPal, $100 US directly to PayPal. Put you in the $5 club for life. Just send me the receipt. Send your packages to the PO box. I will open them once I get 5 packages or more. Let me open up the super chats and we will talk about the super chats. Where's super chats? Super chats. There it is. Here's the super chats. I found them. Validate the lizard. No, I refuse. Shit. Hold on. Super chats. We're going to go over the super chats. Let's go. Yep. Thanks for being here, everyone. If you don't want to hear me ramble about super chats, well, then all I will say is pinned comment, my gaming channel, Game Boomers. Make sure you follow it. I'll see you there. Soonish. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Okay. Xerxes for $5. If I was a surgeon, man, take this money and go get yourself like 10 years of therapy. Fuck. Yeah, dude. Christ. Crescendo for $5. Why do you consider your old friend who takes care of an older woman and her children a loser? Sounds like a pretty meaningful goal to me. Because he always talked about how he wanted his own kids. And from what I understand, he's not getting them because she's not having any more kids. She's just like, you're taking care of my baby daddy's kids. And he's like, all right, dear. So, oops. Silver Camaro for $2. Do you know if She Went Ahead blocked Destiny on Twitter? No idea, dude. No idea. Silver Camaro for $5. She Went Ahead would go to like a factory and be like, hello, fellow worker, socialism is great. Make rich, make them pay your shit. They'd be like, no, you commie. Yeah. So She Went Ahead is just kind of nuts, honestly. The Hylian Juggalo for $10. Dev, would you be interested in doing a video on main character syndrome, aka why we want top-down instant solutions? I think it's a topic you would like. Check my Discord post on it. DM me your Discord post on it so I can see it. However, the issue that I have with main character syndrome is that people who reject it too hard, they end up becoming highly collectivist. You know what I mean? Like, on some level, you do have to view yourself as the hero of your own life. You have to. Because that's how you motivate yourself to do what's necessary. You know what I mean? Gregor for $2 or €2. Deb just got German money. Stream is canceled. Oh no! Thanks, man. Silver Camaro for $5. Thank you again. She Went Ahead as one of those middle-class silver spoon children who's never had to work a day in her life. So she makes up for it. She fetishes unions. Possibly kind of accurate. Yeah, kind of accurate, I'd say. Silver Camaro for another $5. Thank you. She Went Ahead. The CIA is a terrorist group. Oh my god, how can you liberals defend them? Also, Shu. OMG, Huey Long is so great. Yes, he's fighting for the work. Dude, Huey Long's an unironic fascist. Well, no, hold on. He is not a fascist as classical fascism pertains, but in terms of like neo-fascism, he's a fascist. Yes. Adherent of Lady Columbia, $5. Thoughts on Razorfist's idea that we are frozen in the 90s? That was the last time the monoculture existed until the internet destroyed it. No, because the monoculture persisted through the 2000s, and the internet was going strong then. I don't think that's an accurate description of what's going on. Lord Tennyson's pipe for $2. Naomi has Tomboy stuff. We know it. Thanks, pal. Remember it for $2. Oh my god. Who the hell cares? Listen, I was enjoying researching, okay? Hexadecimal for $2. The fuck is that thumbnail? Is that a height reference? No, the thumbnail is regarding the incelephant we talked about earlier. David J. for COP 4,000. What are 4,000 COPs? Thank you, though. Enjoy my coffee and Coke-stained currency. Thank you for the 4,000 COPs. I don't know what those are, but I'll take them. Lieutenant Havoc, 62, $2. Sad duck noises. Quack, 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 quack. Euripides, North Koreans have some money, drink coffee, make the tist spasm. Thanks very much. Skullgar Thane for $5. There's a certain Schadenfreude to watching these terrible shows, like watching a train wreck in slow mo from the sideline with popcorn. Yes, I agree, dude. I love these terrible shows because they're terrible. It's kind of fun. Schnitzel for $5. I have a problem with the X franchise is dead whining when a series is still going strong like Pokemon or Sonic. We're not in DeviantArt anymore. Yeah, it's true. To be fair, the new Pokemon suck though. You know what I mean? Noel for $5. You think Canada's age of consent being 16 is too low? Probably not. 16 or 18 sounds fine. I don't really care that much. I'm not interested in people that young anyway. I'm too old for that shit. Astronaut for $5. I've made a vow to not watch any live-action remake ever since the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. Oh, dude. Fair enough. That was a garbage fire. Darogen for 1,000 rubles. Thank you. All those live-action reboots remind me of some Planet Rippers from Dead Space for some reason. Haven't really played much Dead Space. I've played a little bit, but Adherent Lady Kimber, $5. How do you approach reading, Dev? Whenever I approach reading, my eyes roll into my skull. It's just supposed to read. Yeah, you have to force yourself, man. You just have to read. You just have to do it, you know? Mexi Man and Cheese for $2. Girls' Zodiac obsession is driving me to VR porn. Don't worry, there are a lot of girls out there who don't like the Zodiac. And I think that's all the super chats. I already did all the ones earlier than that. So, thanks very much for all the support, guys. I really appreciate it. If possible, I will do a bonus Game Boomers stream tonight. So make sure that you check out those pinned channels: twitch.tv/GameBoomers and youtube.com/GameBoomer. Because that's where I do my gaming content. I run my tiny gaming side channel where we play video games. And I might start the Christmas stuff early because I missed like 3 streams this past week. I kind of feel shitty about it. I know it was sick, but I still kind of feel shitty about it. And I only have 2 weeks left to do the Christmas games. So maybe I'll start them tonight. Depends on how well Naomi's feeling. Right at the end. Getting it right at the end. Jesus Escobar for $2. Thanks for all your vids from a DACA Mexican. Thanks, man. All right, guys. I will see you later. If not tonight for Game Boomers, then tomorrow for more content. Have a good one, guys.